wanna know what you, yeah, I wanna know what you want. My niggas gon' blow at you, yeah, my niggas gon' blow at you down.
Wow. B+ gang. Rally the troops, okay, gather around, because this feels like an urgent State of the Union address. I mean, I really feel like I'm JFK in this right now. I'm standing on top of the podium and I don't even know what words I want to say first, okay? There's too much going on, so much is going on. This is gonna be a little different from a lot of my previous videos because it's not scripted. I haven't really done this too much before, but nevertheless, here we are, gang. So undoubtedly, you guys have probably seen the whole fiasco, and it is a fiasco, with Kendrick Lamar and his diss towards Drake and Jcole, and now Jcole's response and his retraction of that response within 72 hours. And I'm sure a lot of you have some, potent thoughts fresh off the dome. Like I said, this moves too fast for me, but I was working on a couple videos, and at first one of those videos was a video about Kendrick's response to the whole first-person shooter thing on his song Like That with Future. But then J. Cole dropped his Might Delete Later EP mixtape, whatever the and then I was gonna make a video about his response 7-minute drill. And gang, okay, these rappers, they're just shitting all over my plans, okay? I have one video that I have in the tank still that has remained unchanged because these rappers keep doing shit, okay? They're not giving a small YouTuber time to, adequate time to respond with a video. But at this point, you guys probably have heard J. Cole's apology, or at least heard of his apology for releasing his 7-minute drill song. I think this is probably an unprecedented event in hip hop. I don't think anybody has ever apologized for dissing somebody in this fast of time even. But if you guys haven't heard that, I'll play that here.
Right? So I'm so proud of that project, except for one part. It's one part of that shit that make me feel like, man, that's the lamest shit I ever did in my fucking life, right? And I know this is not what a lot of people want to hear. I know I can hear my niggas up there right now like, nah, don't do that. But I gotta keep it 100 with y'all, right? I damn near had a relapse, right? Because y'all heard some shit that happened 3 weeks ago, however long it was. Y'all heard that bazooka that was dropped on the motherfucking game, right? For the first time I was tested. Why am I tested? Because I got the world and I got my niggas like, what you gonna do, Cole? Niggas wanna see blood. And I was conflicted because I know how I feel about my peers, these two niggas that I just been blessed to even stand beside in this game, let alone chase their greatness, right? So I felt conflicted because I'm like, bro, I know I don't really feel no way, but the world wanna see blood. In my spirit of trying to like get this music out, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I moved in a way that I feel spiritually feel bad on me. Like I try to like jab my nigga back and I try to keep it friendly, but at the end of the day, when I listen to it and when it comes out and I see the talk, that shit don't sit right with my spirit. That shit make me feel, that shit disrupts my fucking peace. So what I wanna say right here tonight is in the midst of me doing that and in that shit, trying to find a little angle and downplay this nigga's fucking catalog and his greatness, I want to say right now tonight, how many people think Kendrick Lamar is one of the greatest motherfuckers to ever touch a fucking microphone? Dreamville, y'all love Kendrick Lamar, correct? As do I. So I just want to come up here and be like, publicly be like, bruh, that was the lamest, like, goofiest shit. And I say all that to say, it made me feel like 10 years ago when I was moving incorrectly. And I pray that God aligned me back up on my purpose and on my path. You know what I mean? I pray that my nigga really didn't feel no way. And if he did, my nigga, I got my chin out. Take your best shot, I'm gonna take that shit on the chin, boy. Do what you do. You know what I mean? Like, all good. Like, it's love. And I pray that, I pray that y'all are like, forgive a nigga for like the misstep and then I can get back to my true path. Cause I ain't gonna lie to y'all, past 2 days felt terrible. Like, it let me know how good I've been sleeping for the past 10 years. So all of that to say, man, I wanna now perform the song that's a reminder to me of getting back on the right path and getting in tune with God. And the name of the song is called Love Yours. I wanna do that for y'all right now.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And so the whole hip-hop ecosphere is going insane, absolutely insane. More so at the apology to the diss than they were for the actual diss. And this definitely sets a new precedent for hip hop. Like I said, I don't think this has happened before. But it's got everybody in a stir. You know, everybody's popping out the woodwork. Everybody's releasing a video on the first day. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna release an unscripted video too. Now, Jermaine and Cole, what is his middle name? Jermaine Fold Cole, Jcole? Man. I don't know why anyone in their right mind would choose to do this. But, you know, let's talk about it. There's like really two sides of the narratives in this conflict. One of the sides is coming more so from J. Cole's core fan base. And they're kind of saying, like, I understand where J. Cole is coming from. Like, he got out of character. You know, he felt peer pressured or compelled that he had to respond to Kendrick Lamar. You know, he was acting out of character. Kendrick just, you know, had him acting out of spirit, out of body, out of mind, had him going full skibbity toilet mode. And J. Cole did not appreciate that, you know, so he felt the need to not stand on that. He couldn't sleep. Shit was crazy for him. It was a crazy 72-hour stretch of time. While I do, okay, I understand. I get it, okay? I'm very good at being neutral, seeing both sides of the story, and, you know, not trying to put my own bias in there, insert my bias PP in the middle of whatever some other guy is going through. Like, I try to see both perspectives. The other side, however, and I think I'm probably falling more into this camp hour by hour as time passes. And this camp, we're a little dissatisfied with Cole. I wouldn't even say we're upset, okay? We're just dissatisfied. Like, I finally know what my father meant all those times where he was like, I'm not upset, son. I'm just disappointed. J. Cole is embodying that whole entire emotion right here and right now. So if you guys don't know, J. Cole for the last couple of years has kind of been on this like tour of doing features with artists and, like, you know, for giving him his respect, he's been bodying a lot of these artists on their own songs. He's been focusing a lot on building up his Dreamville label and helping the artists underneath him also reach a new level of stardom. The most shining example is Jid. Like, Jid has definitely seen new heights in his career. And I think that's obviously due to J. Cole being able to, you know, help his artists and help propel them to, you know, do different things and, you know, be as big as he is, or I feel like he wants his artists to at least be bigger than him. So he's kind of been on this really crazy feature run, gearing up to drop his next album, The Fall Off. Ironic now, is it? But in that lead up to this new album, The Fall Off, he's been talking his shit. Okay, which is customary in hip hop, right? I expect an artist of J. Cole's caliber, because, you know, I don't want to downplay him at all, even though I'm probably gonna slander him a little bit. I might, you know, might get a little crazy. It's all jokes though. It's all jokes, I swear. He's a good artist. But yeah, he's been talking his shit, rightfully so, and it's kind of felt good for a lot of us Cole fans, because we've been waiting for this guy that we know is very talented to kind of step up and take the reins and, you know, step out of his comfort zone a little bit. Because the two artists that he's constantly compared to, being Drake and Kendrick, while I think that their careers have probably seen more high highs than J. Cole's career has, I've never been of the mindset that, you know, J. Cole is just default under them. Like, I've always thought that he was capable of rising to their level of superstardom and sales and, you know, musical output and whatnot. So that's why this time around, it really felt like, even if he didn't reach the level of like Drake, you know, being one of the most popular artists on every continent, or Kendrick Lamar being one of the most prolific and like genius writers and artists that we've been blessed with in this hip hop space, that he could carve out his own lane for himself and stand, you know, shoulder to shoulder with these guys. And that's why I feel like songs like First Person Shooter were such a big deal, because not only did he kind of wash Drake on that song, like Drake wasn't trying to rap, but the point I'm trying to get at is that for a lot of people, we were of the perspective, or at least it seemed as though we were getting a hungry J. Cole, even if he at the end of the day isn't literally competing with Drake in sales or, you know, Kendrick in artistic ability, that he is hungry and he's showing that he's not here to just sit in third place. That was always the narrative. He himself has acknowledged the narrative and he's refuted it. He said, I don't get the bronze medal. I don't get the bronze medal. I'm the best. He's been saying it himself, right? So it's kind of crazy that on First Person Shooter, Jcole showed Kendrick respect, okay, by including him in the big three or whatever. Like, it wasn't a diss, okay, on First Person Shooter. He was showing Kendrick respect. He's always done such for the most part. And for Kendrick to be the one to say, your respect, okay, there is no big three. Okay, it's just big me. That's literally the words he said. He was the one that was being disrespectful. And because we all thought we're in this hungry J. Cole era, you know what I mean? We thought, okay, Cole, now is the time to, you know, finally prove to someone an equal nonetheless, or at least someone that people perceive you to be equals with. Now it's time to, you know, show them why you are in your spot, or why you think you deserve the #1 spot. Not the one, not the two, I'm the UNO, or some whatever the fuck he said. I don't even remember. I don't think it matters at this point. But after even releasing the song 7 Minute Drill, which was a self-proclaimed warning shot, you know, not even the big guns. And a lot of people didn't even feel like that was the hardest diss of all time. You know, that will not be on the top 10 hardest disses of all time list of hip hop anywhere. For you to retract that after you were the one that got dissed, and you were the one that included this man in the competition in the first place on the song, you know, something, it just don't sit right with me. And it kind of kills this spirit of competition that has permeated in hip hop. And the thing is, right, J. Cole is one of the last remaining soldiers of that era, of the era where MCs are competing for the top crown, for lack of a better word, lyrical miracle content. Like, there aren't too many people that are, one, in that arena, and two, on J. Cole's level, you know, besides maybe a Kendrick, or on occasion Drake when he wants to step back into that lane. I know J. Cole is supposed to be the humble, nice guy, but for you to concede what was ultimately not even that deep, okay? Like, Kendrick, that was not Kendrick's hardest bars, okay? Kendrick was going easy for the most part, okay? That was more just a shock value verse. Like, he wasn't attacking J. Cole. For you to bow out of the competition this early on, you know, it kind of speaks to what a lot of people have been saying about J. Cole in the first place. And it's kind of this thing that he deserves to be in last place. But at this point, if you're not even gonna put up a fight, you know, argue your position as maybe even above or not last place, then people are not gonna look at you in the same way anymore. And now, no matter what way you kind of slice it, J. Cole is kind of force holding this L because, one, he retracted his lukewarm diss where he was being respectful the most time. Like he said, like, I got love for these guys in the middle of the song, in the middle of the diss, okay? He retracted his lukewarm half diss and said it wasn't right to do 72 hours before the recipient could even get a chance to respond. It does not look good, especially after the last couple of years you've been touting your shit. Just makes your words seem very empty, my guy. Very empty. I hit my desk. That kind of hurt. It's so weird because not only has the narrative of J. Cole, his self-made narrative, been like, I'm better than you guys think, and I'm not the third best rapper. A lot of Might Delete Later was actually a very good project, but a lot of the same sentiment was there. Like, you can hear how hungry he was. You can hear it. I'm better than y'all. You know, and he was kind of standing on that business, despite what a lot of people think about that project. So now, listening back to Might Delete Later, although it is a lot of quality work, and those times where he's like saying these things, it will ring hollow from now on. And you can never tout that, because when you got a chance to go at the #1 guy in the game as equals, you bowed down and you said that he is above you, essentially, okay, without him even needing to respond. You gave him a W without him needing to lift a pinky, bro. And the thing is, he's the only one that is made like this, right? Drake will diss people for years, okay? Drake thinks he's the #1 guy. Kendrick thinks he's the #1 guy. Even though they probably have some sort of respect for each other, never would they prop someone up above them. Even though, you know, Drake collabed with J. Cole a couple times, Drake would never say J. Cole is better than him, even though he respects his artistry. Kendrick Lamar would never say J. Cole or Drake are better than him, period, you know? And that's kind of the other thing. Like, Drake, if this was Drake, he would not do this. Drake would get as petty as possible, and he would at least embody this competitive spirit and show something, at least somewhat. Like, subconsciously, we all understand that there's a distinct difference between types of rap beefs going on. There's like the drill artists, the GDs and the BDs, right? When they see each other, the diss tracks, those shits they become real life. Nobody was expecting Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole to get in the same room and start shooting bullets at each other, okay? Like, this was purely a hip hop sport thing. gang. I don't think J. Cole's gonna be out here toting toolies, all right? Like, he's not in the streets. So this was literally relegated just to songs and, you know, what artistry you could put out. So I don't understand this argument that like J. Cole did something wrong or he did something like totally out of character. Bro, you're a rapper who raps about being the best frequently. Somebody else called you not the best. We expect you to respond. It's not that deep. Like, it's not, he's losing sleep over it. I don't understand. And a lot of people don't understand as well. The thing people were saying after Kendrick's diss was that, you know, no matter what happens or who wins the beef at the end of the day, that it's all good for the competitive spirit of hip hop, because we're not expecting Drake to go on a drill. We're not expecting J. Cole to go. Kendrick Lamar is definitely not going on a drill. It would just be music. But for J. Cole to rob us fans of seeing any type of competitive, you know, back and forth, it inadvertently kills the big three conversation. Like, at this point, Kendrick does not have to look to J. Cole as being a threat anymore. He's not in competition with J. Cole. Maybe Drake, okay? Maybe they look at each other as competition now. But J. Cole has bowed out of the big three conversation that he started. Oh my God, what an evil guy. He should apologize. But I don't know, I just had to rant about this, guys. I'm sure I could go on for hours and hours. There's a lot of opinions out there right now, but let me know what you guys think, B+ gang. Get down in those comments down below, as I do read each and every comment, and I will be responding to the ones I like. If you made it to the end of this video, consider leaving a like or even subscribing for more B+ content on the channel. And I'm coming at you guys with another banger video soon. Don't worry, I know it's been a while, but I think you guys are gonna really like this next one, and I'll see you guys later. So peace out.